Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the semifinals of our latest custom drag race tournament. If you want to see part 1, check out the last video. But in this group we have Dusty Miles, Sugar Booty Racing, and Isa Khan. So far Dusty Miles not only is among the undefeated racers, and with this win will continue to be, but Dusty Miles alongside Flip hold the record for the fastest time in this tournament so far with a 3.03. And because he got that win, that means Isa Khan and Sugar Booty Racing will both be dethroned. That doesn't mean they're out of the tournament yet, but now with the way this semifinal setup is organized, they only have 2 more opportunities to stop Dusty Miles as opposed to 3. And in heat number 2, Dusty Miles is in the middle. Can they hold on to that lead? It looks like they will. And they're pulling away, grabbing win number 2. So they will continue to stay undefeated, at least for now. While Isa Khan and Sugar both finish at the same time. But Dusty Miles currently is in a great position to keep going in this tournament and possibly win overall, along with holding on to the title of fastest time, even if that means sharing it with someone else. So far, several racers have gotten very close to breaking 3 seconds, but that is very hard to do. But if anyone's going to do it, it might very well be Dusty Miles, and so far, they're grabbing that 3rd win, so they will stay undefeated and progress to the finals. Yeah, they managed to pull off 3.03 a while back, and so far they have not been able to replicate it. Finishing at about the same speed as some of the other fastest racers we've seen in this tournament yet. While Sugar Booty Racing and Isa Khan continue to finish at least around the same time. But their journey in this tournament ends here as Dusty Miles progresses. Now for the next group, we will have the Hammer, Numbskull, and Lero. Some of the fan favorites are here right now. Numbskull almost fell behind for just a moment, but managed to find a burst of speed that they needed to get that win. Numbskull in these tournaments, as of now, has been doing very well, not always able to put it away and become the overall winner, but they always put up a great fight, and there's certainly no exception in this case. 3.08, that's about how fast some of these other racers have been recently. So they do not want to let their guard down even for a moment. Lero definitely had to fight their way here because they got awfully close with some of the competitors that they had. And it's no different here. And once again, Lero almost had an opportunity to stay in first and get that win, but they could not hold on to it as Numbskull passed them once again. Finishing slightly quicker this time, actually. Usually with these racers, they seem to finish a little bit slower after their first race. But now they have 2 wins for Numbskull. Another one will keep that undefeated streak alive. Could we possibly see an undefeated racer win this tournament? Because so far we already have 2, I believe 3 actually, going into the finals. Numbskull could very well be the 4th if he can finish in first here. And it looks like they're going to as they pull away from the other 2, grabbing that very victory that they needed. And they actually got quicker and quicker with each race, it looks like. So that is 2 groups down. I believe there are 2 left in the semifinals and today's video to decide who will be in the finals. But Numbskull will be the one progressing out of these 3. But that doesn't mean the other 2 didn't put up a fight, so props to them. And now now for the fifth group, consisting of Chase Family, AutoZone, and Flip Gambino. I believe earlier in this tournament they were just referred to as Flip. But they are going to get that win, leaving Chase Family and AutoZone behind them. Not by a lot, but as long as you're in the front, it doesn't matter by how much. You can see just how fast some of these racers are. Many of the ones winning right now are finishing under the 3.1 mark, excuse me. So now with that victory, they are the ones staying undefeated. And they will continue to hold on to that speed record for now. But he or Dusty Miles could possibly break it, if not someone else. And here they go again. Flip Gambino is looking for win number 2, and it looks like he's going to get it. Yes, he will. These are looking very familiar so far. 3.05, that is even closer to the fastest time. Only off by 0.02 of a second. Yeah, I definitely figured with these semifinals, the races will start to get a lot closer and a lot closer. So I can only imagine what the finals are going to look like with each of the races that are going there so far. And unless something goes terribly wrong, it looks like Flip Gambino will join them. And he's quickly pulling away, feeling pretty good about themselves. And they win once more, solidifying their spot even further in the finals. And now with that, I believe there's only one group left. Well, let's see how that group does in a second, but check this replay out one more time. And let's give a round of applause to those who made it this far, but fell just short of the final round. I believe there will be one more racer moving on, and 2 more that'll trip at the finish line, if you will. And this group consists of Sam Hall, Hawk Twa, and Rebel Racer. These 3 have fought tooth and nail to get here. Hawk Twa is looking to try and stay undefeated, but Rebel Racer might have actually been able to overtake them. Let's see what the timer says. 3.07 for both of them. The blinker is saying Rebel Racer, but given how these finishes have been going so far, whenever they finish at the same time, they give 5 points to both racers. Yeah, Hawk Twa saw Rebel Racer coming, so he put his pedal to the metal, and they both will get a win. So this is still very much anyone's game, to be sure. Because they both finished in first, Sam Hall managed to get 3 points. And it's looking awfully close again. I believe Hawk Twa had just barely an edge over Rebel. And they did, but that was awfully close. Just 1/100th of a second. These are absolute nail biters. I am waiting to see if somebody will beat Hawk Twa here. So Rebel Racer is now dethroned as of that race. And I'm sure he would love to get revenge right now. Will he be able to pull it off? Sam Hall gets a slow start as the other 2 take off. Rebel Racer actually almost blends into the track a little bit, but he does end up finishing in second. So Hawk Twa will be the one moving on, with a fantastic time of 3.05. And I believe that wraps up the semifinals. So a roster for the finals now is complete. And every single one who is in the finals has not lost a race yet. So this ought to be an interesting set of events, I should say. But congratulations to Hawk Twa for progressing. Here are your finalists. Let's see who will win it all in the next video. See you there.